Hello, my sexy muffins, and welcome back to another video. In this video is another Your Boyfriend video, which, again, we do not support the creator, but we love the world and the characters he's made. But again, we do not support the creator. And do not support the creator if you don't want to. Well, please do not. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoy this. It is going to be Yandere Peter, ex-female listener, and female is going to take the place of player, and this is my version of it. And yeah, I hope that you all enjoy this, so let's do this. So we're going to skip traits for now because I already done so many traits with Peter, and we're just going to jump into the scenario. So disclaimer, Peter is not Yandere in canon. This is just excuse me, let me correct myself. Peter is Yandere in canon. This is obvious. It's a Yandere game, after all. And is Yandere in canon, and this is just fun. Not to be taken seriously at all. Simping for fictional characters and fictional Yanderes is fine as long as you separate fiction from reality and do not be gross and or illegal about it. And that Yanderes are not ideal partners to have in real life unless... And well, not unless. If you want one still, you do you, muffins. I can't stop you. Just please be safe. Anyways, let's do this. The scenario starts with you going to class, because we're not going to follow the gameplay, because I'm not stealing content, so let's do this. You were heading to class after a long shift at the diner. You didn't get a lot of sleep, and you needed to be up early, so you stayed at the diner studying while you worked the night shift. You were tired and exhausted. You didn't know what to do, and you didn't know if you were going to get a good night's sleep tonight with your roommate Lucy being such a horn dog. You make it to class and sit down, though you oddly felt like you were being watched. You shake it off, as you've been feeling like this for weeks now, but you could not place where it was coming from. You do your classwork and do as told, then you realize that you left your keys at the diner, so you head back. Cutting through the park, you run into someone, quite literally, and almost fall to the ground. He caught you by the waist and helped you up. "I'm sorry about that, are you okay?" he asks, looking down at you, and you look up at him and see a male with a shaved head and blue eyes. Well, I don't know if they're blue. We're just going to go with blue eyes. Blue eyes and a wide smile. You felt a little at ease at this, that it wasn't someone else, and he helped you steady you to your feet. "I'm okay," you tell him, smiling. "I just got to get back to my work. I left my keys there." "Oh," he says, "do you want me to walk with you? You seem a little bit out of it." He says, "Oh, no, I do not want to burden you." You shoot back. You really didn't want to burden him, and honestly, you didn't know him, and didn't want to know let a stranger know where you work. "Oh, don't worry, I've seen you. You work at the Greasy Spoon," he says. You look at him. He must have been a customer that you never noticed, and you nod your head, and you two walk back. He talks to you while you walk, and you make conversation with him back. "So, you know that I work at the Greasy Spoon," you asked. "Have you come in and eat?" Not really," he says, scratching the back of his head. "I've always been too nervous to come there and eat there, but I've seen you through the window sometimes on my walks through town. I always thought you were pretty cute, but never could go in there and tell you." He says, "I didn't want to seem like a creeper, you know." You looked at him a little creeped out. That does make him seem like a bit of a creeper, so you understand why he didn't want to do that. "I see. Well, anyways, I'm sorry about bumping into you. I was just taking a walk in the park and didn't see you when I turned the corner behind that wall of bushes." You nodded. "I get that. It's not too bad," you say, telling him. And you guys go into a comfortable silence. Finally, at the diner, you finally make it to the diner and you walk in seeing TK with your keys. They look at you and toss them to you. You catch them and thank TK. "Thanks, TK. I really didn't know if I was going to have these," you tell them. They nodded their head and smiled at you. "Just get some rest tonight. I'm worried about you. You haven't been getting enough rest and you've been working yourself to the bone," they tell you. You nodded your head and thanked them and was about to head out when you saw how Peter, or this guy, you didn't even know his name at this point, was looking at TK. You blink and did not know why. It made you a bit unnerved. Hey, are you okay? You ask him. He looks down at you and nods his head. Perfect. I was wondering though, would you maybe like to have lunch tomorrow here? He asks you, rubbing the back of your head. You blink at him. You didn't even know his name and he was a little creepy, but he was asking you out. He hasn't given you any other red flags, and you honestly could use some socialization outside of your horny roommate and classmates that want to help you do their work for their test at university. You decide to say yes. Yeah, I would like that. See you around noon here? You ask him, and he grins widely. I would love to. You stop him. Hey, what's your name? And he looked. I really don't like my name. Why don't you give me one? You think about it for a minute and suggest Peter, that you loved the name Peter and always thought it was a handsome name. He looks at you, making a face, and then says, I really don't like that name. You pout. You really thought he looked like a good Peter. I really like the name. I think it suits you. I think it makes you really handsome. He stopped and stared at you for a second, then nodded his head. Okay, but only you can call me Peter, he says, grumbles out, pouting a bit. You smile and nod. See you around, Peter, you tell him, and rush off to get back to your dorm so you could take a shower and maybe get a nap in before you had to cook dinner. You were feeling great. Today was a good day. You felt a bit unnerved and uneasy, but maybe it was from the lack of sleep. Either way, you now have a date and everything seemed good. You were unaware that Peter was following you, and that was his real name. He just didn't like it from family issues. But he did like that you found him handsome. This was the first step of making you his, for he has been watching you for months, and you only noticed a couple of weeks ago. He smirks and watches you get into your apartment and waits by your window. He cannot wait to hug you again after he drugs you, so he can snuggle you in his arms. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed this. This is just part one. Obviously, there's going to be more parts, and I'm not going to follow the basic storyline of the Let's Play of the game, which I have played up to day 3, but I'm not going to be doing that. Anyways, if you want to see more, comment what you would like to see. Scenarios, do you accept his boyfriend proposal when it happens? How does he court you? Stuff like that. Any scenarios you want to see in these, and I'll do them the best that I can. And if you want to see more your boyfriend content, I'll probably have videos at the end of this video of suggested videos and a suggested playlist so you can see all the content. Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed, and stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Bye-bye! Hello, sorry about the fan and Patreon outro. Right now I have only one Patreon because the other one is out of money right now and will re-enlist later, but this is for Wicked Brony. Thank you, Wicked Brony. You are an awesome Patreon and you are the sexiest witch, Wicked Brony, and awesome. Hope you all enjoyed and stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Bye-bye! Once again, videos that you can check out at the end of this video, and playlist at the end of this video. And yeah, I hope that you all enjoyed. It's the sexy, all my sexy muffins. And also, this is going up today, last couple of days of February, so happy February. Let's hope March is great too. Bye-bye. Stay sexy.